It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
Looking at the Knicks, they've been kind of hanging out in the middle of the pack here to start the season.
Yeah, and still too early to say which way their season will go. Perhaps, an upstart in the playoffs, or maybe not making the playoffs at all, but there's lots of basketball left to be played. We'll see how they do.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Thompson at the 4 and Verjao at the 5. Irving and Waiters in the back, and it's Miles in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, they're inside. Amon Shumpert is out there with Jason Kidd, and it's Smith in at the 3 spot.
Well, on paper anyway, the Knicks probably have the most intimidating front line in the NBA.
Hello YouTube, this is the Sim Basketball Operator bringing you an NBA 2K13 Association gameplay. We are about 25 games into the season, and the team's looking pretty well in both when I play and both in the simulation. Alonzo G is still injured, so I still have CJ Miles starting, and we are 13-11, I think. So that's a pretty good record. As you can see, we're getting killed by the Knicks. They have Tyson Chandler injured, so Melo's at the 4, Amari's at the 5, and they're starting J.R. Smith at the 3. And it's an interesting lineup, but I guess it works. Actually, it kind of works for us because we don't have anyone with the length to guard Melo, so Thompson is probably actually one of the better fits with G injured. And as you can see, I think it was Kyrie on that layup. And here we go with Jason Kidd. One of the triple-double machine. He's like one of the oldest guys here. And he's going to miss that. But J.R. Smith, man. J.R. Smith's getting rebounds. But look at Amari here. Whew. Man, stop doing commercials for Foot Locker. You got to get your head back in the game. As you can see here, we're kind of with the Knicks. We are 2.5 games back behind, I think that was Brooklyn at the top. And so it's an early season. I mean, things could happen as Carmelo Anthony just drills that mid-range jump shot. Like I said, no real good matchup. Omri Caspi has the length. Same with Thompson, but they don't have the quickness. And then my other, like CJ Miles and Alonzo G, are just not big enough, strong enough to handle Melo. You can see here, Kyrie Irving is just trying to do his best to keep us in. We're kind of overmatched here. Finds John Lure for 3. And B shot quality again for the power forward. It's just great to have on that team. John Lure looks like a piece I can keep for the future. But here we go. Kyrie kicking it out to Luke Walton. I line up everything perfectly, but it just does not go down. And here's the Knicks on transition. They've been killing us until Tyler Zeller says, "Come on, Felton. Come up stronger. Finish at the rim or give it to Melo. Don't pull up. I'll swat that all day." I heard Dion Waiters creating. End of the first quarter, winding down. Daniel Gibson, I like my first inside finish with him. Gets the and one right there. It's good to see. Daniel Gibson, when he's open, he just knocks down threes. I could screw at the release unless I just get an absolutely horrendous release. But that's pretty much what he's good for. He's not a facilitator. That's why I kind of put him with Dion so he can be a second facilitator. And yeah, so we are actually up by 2. And I'm surprised. I mean, the Knicks are a good team. They're just that much better than us. The only real advantage we have is at the point guard position. And they really focused on committing to helping on Kyrie. Dion Waiters was neutralized by Amon Shumpert, and so this first quarter was kind of ugly, but we got points up. You can see here, Knicks are in the post with Kurt Thomas and Marcus Camby, another two old guys. They turn it over here though after getting a couple offensive boards, and I'm lobbing it up to Samardo. I always hope he can junk that, but hey, the alley-oop is nice. We'll take it. It's 2 points, and Samardo's a good finisher. Tristan Thompson, bad pass on my part. He should not be, I guess, the distributor there. And the Knicks are showing how to run the break here with a J.R. Smith throwdown. Perfect bounce pass by Felton. Needs to dunk by one of the more athletic players in the game. And so here we got the ball back. I'm chucking it up court. Comes Kyrie running the money play. Knicks actually did a pretty good job of guarding this, but you know, it's just a money play. It works. Left hand layup, left side. It's good to see right there. Gonna fast forward a little bit. Did a couple substitutions. I think they scored right there. running a play. CJ Miles gets it, and so the Knicks got the ball back. Raymond Felton throwing. Here's a Rasheed Wallace sighting. I mean, yeah, he's old, and any other association would try to get him. He's got a nice jump shot. But here we go. I think that's Kyrie running. Yeah, that's Kyrie running around, but I screw up the release. It's a bad shot. And one thing I struggle with is after I shoot, I kind of just stand there. I should be really just trying to get back, and so that leads to a Raymond Felton layup. And the Knicks are up by 13. They're starting to pull away. Kyrie Irving, another layup off the money play. And that's going to, again, bring us back to 11. Knicks had a good quarter here. Carmelo Anthony luckily misses that. But we're still down. We got outscored by 13 in this quarter. That's not good. They're showing their advantage pretty much all over the court in Madison Square Garden. Here's a nice picture of the Statue of Liberty. And yeah, started the third quarter. Kind of wanted to start out with a bang because we kind of have a lot of work to do. It's kind of hard to come back on a team that's as caliber as the Knicks with the team that's pretty much the original Cavaliers. We're kind of overachieving at this point of the season. Here comes the screen. Nice play there. Wait, patience, and Varejao gets the dunk. Varejao actually had a good game, but again, the Knicks had a lot of depth at post even without Tyson Chandler. And with all those old guys still, they had a lot of rest so they could tire him out. I take a dumb shot at Kyrie because I'm getting frustrated. We're down by 14. J.R. Smith passed to Carmelo. Carmelo just makes me look stupid right there. That nice layup. And it's getting out of hand. As you can see, Kyrie has 3 turnovers. That's me forcing. It's not his ratings. It's nothing bad without that. And I foul Carmelo on a 3-point shot. And that's the thing. These tendencies have a real big effect on this. I mean, I know Tristan Thompson is one of the guys that gets a lot of fouls, so Carmelo kind of got him on that one. You can see he's getting knocked down all 3 free throws. And here comes Dion. Passing it to Samardo. Samardo misses, but again, Varejao's there. He's trying to help us out, but he only brings us within 20. And they're really pushing it. I mean, they're at nearly 80 points, and again, you know, the matchup thing is kind of wonky. They don't really help out as much, so you got those guys wide open. And I don't really want to hold like sprint to get back after a make because it seems like a pretty big waste of energy. But here comes Dion throwing it down, getting some success here against Raymond Felton. And here's another long replay. Well, it was a nice dunk, so I decided to leave it in. But I just kind of want to break down this play because when you go off one, it puts Felton already kind of in motion, so when you cross back, he kind of runs in the second screen and gets lost. When we put guys like Waiters and Irving, easy bucket there. Here's Zeller with a mismatch. That was a nice post move, actually. I surprised myself there. Not very good in the post, and with these kind of young, awkward players, it's not really easy to score in the post, but that was nice to see. But as you can see, start of the fourth quarter, we are down by 20. And the Knicks already have 91 points. Jeez, it was like J.R. Smith, Carmelo, that combination really worked. Lamont Shumpert getting on the break, Jason Kidd sometimes outrunning us. It was just like a zoo out here. And J.R. Smith, king of, I think I read this on Sportsnet, the king of no, no, no. And then, oh, okay, that's good, yes. Thanks for missing it. Again, I line it up with Luke Walton. What the heck? But Dion Waiters just tips it back in. Nice play right there. Kyrie Irving passed to John Lure. I'm forcing it. I mean, we're down by 23. And here come the Knicks out on the break. Carmelo, they're not even coached by Mike D'Antoni anymore. I don't want to see that replay, so let's move on. So, bad pass by Kyrie. I'm getting real frustrated. Again, James White, athletic player on the break. He's going to give it up to Chris Copeland, back to White, and he throws it down. I think I've seen scenarios where James White is in the slam dunk contest, and he's pretty athletic in this game. So yeah, we lose big, 125 to 88. It's a near 40-point victory, and it kind of sends us back to say, okay, you know, we've been doing pretty well. We're over 500, which is a nice surprise, but you know, we can't dwell in this area too long. We have to be able to make smart moves now. We don't have the luxury of having these like top 3 picks. Because what it's looking like, the simulation, I think I got this this rotation thing down. It's Carmelo Anthony shows the player of the game. For some reason, in my game, they don't really show the stuff the little highlight mix. But as you can see, Carmelo, J.R. Smith show, Amon Shumpert getting out on the break, James White with 13 points, main scorer off the bench, Jason Kidd 10 assists, and you can see there's a lot of steal stats for the Knicks, and that's because of me making dumb passes. I got to really work on that. You can see Alonzo G's injured there. Decent stat lines. Kyrie 18-10, but nearly had a triple-double with turnovers, so yeesh, that's ugly. And if you want to get dominated and see his stat line that you get dominated in, just look at the Knicks and their advantages. And the time of possession thing is not even that important because that shows they got on the break more. But anyways, that's it. More association videos to come. Sim Basketball Player, and thank you for your time.